Have you been awakening to your spiritual gifts, but find yourself doubting them? I'm here to tell you that honoring your spiritual gifts is part of decolonizing too. If you've been on a decolonial journey and wondering how to activate your spiritual gifts, this video is here to support you. Saludos, I'm Doctora Rocio. I'm a seer, a medicine woman, and a counseling psychology PhD, and my work is at the intersections of decolonizing, wellness, and spirituality. The first teaching is a decolonial perspective on perhaps why we struggle with activating our spiritual gifts. The truth is that we have been colonized, indoctrinated to privilege our mind over our spiritual gifts. We have been taught to devalue and disconnect from our spiritual gifts and exist just in our head. And the reason why the colonial paradigm has indoctrinated us to exist in this way is because when we operate just from our minds, they are able to control the information they give us. This makes it easier to manipulate us. And when we add that we disconnect and devalue our spiritual gifts, we are less likely to push back against the oppressive paradigm. We are not in tune with our extra sensory gifts, our spiritual gifts that are setting off alarms, letting us know that something is off, that something is not right. And so it makes it easier for us to be indoctrinated, oppressed. I hope from this that you are beginning to see why sometimes you struggle and maybe even your mind betrays you into thinking that you're making things up or you're making your gifts up. You've been taught that. You've been taught to believe you are making up your spiritual gifts, or you are making up the thing that you feel or that you see or that you know. Connected to this, I also want to share with you the fear that has been indoctrinated by the colonial paradigm. We have been taught to fear our spiritual gifts, to demonize them, to be afraid of them. And this has also been intentional. When we fear our spiritual gifts, when we exist in fear, we are easier to control, we are easier to manipulate. And related to our spiritual gifts, when we fear them, now we are doing the oppressor's work for them. They don't have to do it to us. We shut them off ourselves. We do the work for them. And so understanding this decolonial perspective can begin to help you to be more open and to be more critical and maybe even resist the times that you are seeing yourself devaluing your spiritual gifts, shutting off your spiritual gifts. I hope that you can use this as a tool to begin to activate them. The second teaching is for you to accept your spiritual gifts. I want to invite you into accepting your spiritual gifts. Again, you are not making up your spiritual gifts. We are multi-dimensional beings. We have been indoctrinated to exist in a 3D reality, in the matrix, in a Western paradigm. In the Western colonial paradigm, we just exist in our minds and we just focus on what is tangible, the things we can physically touch or physically see. We've been disconnected from our ancestral spirituality. In ancestral spirituality, our original template is multi-dimensional, meaning you can see beyond what you can physically see. You can hear beyond what you can physically see. There are things that exist in the spiritual realm that you can see, hear, feel. And so accepting that you as a human being have these gifts. For those of you that are sensitive beings, and just that you're here lets me know that you have spiritual gifts. They are already calling to you. You are not making them up. And these spiritual gifts are not just individual, but they are generational, meaning that these are gifts handed down by your ancestors. There is a whole lineage of people in your ancestral line that also carries these spiritual gifts. And you here have something additional to add to that. And also I want to share with you that we are in a time in our humanity where many of us are remembering, awakening to our spiritual gifts. Our spiritual gifts are being asked to be activated so that we can birth a new paradigm, so that we can remember our ancestral ways. And so if you are feeling called to honor your spiritual gifts, to activate your spiritual gifts, you are right on time. The last teaching is to call on support from your ancestors and guide. Perhaps you've been listening and you're still unsure and you're not able to identify your spiritual gifts. This is when we call on spiritual support from your healed ancestors, from the guides, the spirits that are here to support you in your gifts, asking them to support you, asking them to show you, invoking a prayer. Please show me. Please let me see. Please help me accept my gifts. Please show them to me. And having this as a daily prayer, as a daily invocation, inviting in their support, trusting and knowing that they are here to support you. And slowly, if you slow down, if you become silent, if you begin to trust, if you also give offerings to your ancestors and your guides, those gifts will begin to be amplified and shown to you. If you've resonated with today's video and you want more of this content, I want to invite you to the link in the video description to sign up for my newsletter, where you will receive a free ebook and weekly messages to support you on your decolonial and spiritual journey.